Hello and welcome to Core with Core. Today we are going to do a mat Pilates exercise. Some of this exercise will be standing and we have the option to use a yoga block. If you do not have a yoga block at your house, that is totally fine. You could either use a large book you're willing to put some weight on, or you could do all the exercises without. There will be some lying down exercises with it where you can opt for a pillow instead. So whenever you're ready, we'll just put that block off to the side. We're just going to connect with some breath here. So standing up nice and tall, soft bend in those knees. We're going to place those fingertips right on that rib cage and those abdominals here. We'll take one deep inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. And again. So connecting with that breath here, each time you inhale, you feel all that breath engage in those upper parts of your diaphragm. And then they fade down, you feel that connection to your abdominals. And repeat, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Last one. Great job. All right, let's pick one end of our mat. We're gonna stand right there. We're gonna reach our arms up nice and tall, reaching to that ceiling. And then hands will dive down to our toes as we slowly walk ourselves out to a high plank. Hold there for a second, and then walk our hands back into our feet. Coming all the way back up. And repeat, we're gonna do 2 more here just to warm up that body. Walking yourself out to your high plank. And then walking yourself back in. Last one. Great job. All right, so if you have that yoga block or one of those alternative items, you will place that onto the ground now. We are going to start with some warm up of our standing work exercise. So I want you to bring your one foot. I'm going to be using my right foot up on that high block or that high book. If you have the pillow, you will not do it with the pillow. You'll just place your foot on the ground with your heel lifted. All right, we're going to go for some lunges here. So we're just going to bend down, find that 90-degree bend, come all the way back up. And repeat, dropping down, come back up. Trying to get that bottom, that back knee to touch that ground. And then drive through that standing leg on that block. You can keep your hands on your hips if that feels better for balance. Otherwise, we go to pray, and then we drop them down. Let's go for 4. 3, last 2, and 1. We pulse it out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to full range. Coming up, lower down on this next one. We're gonna add a kick. So you're gonna send yourself forward, find that balanced position, drop that leg down, find your lunge, kick, find that lunge. You gotta go nice and slow here to help control that balance. Sometimes it will help you by finding a spot on the ground or the wall in front of you and keep your gaze there. You are squeezing that glute when you kick that leg up and then resist to come back down. We have 5, 4, last 3, 2. We're gonna hold this last one. Coming high, we pulse that back leg for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that leg all the way down. Let's take a quick downward dog. Reach those hands down, shoot those hips up, pedal out those legs. All right, let's come all the way back up to standing. We're going to continue with that same leg. We're going to go into some scooters. Bring that foot back to that block, and we're going to have a slight bend in it. We will reach our arms up over towards our ears. We're going to reach that back leg back behind us, and then bring it to tap. Reach it back, tap. We're swiping those hands back and forth if that feels good for you. If you need that balance, you can connect those hands to your hips and hold right here. Keep that slight bend in that standing legs knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna bring that foot back to your ankle. You're gonna cross behind, squat down for your curtsy lunge, come back up. Squatting for your curtsy lunge, come back up. You continue here. I'm gonna rotate so you can see exactly what we're doing. So you squat to your curtsy, you come back up. You got it. We have a few more here, then we pulse, and then we have a break. Let's go for 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Squat down to that curtsy, we pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot all the way up. Separate those legs, hands come up to the ceiling. Dive down to that block. All right, you're gonna grab that block as you come all the way up. We are gonna step off to that side, just as we were at the beginning of class. We are gonna walk ourselves to a downward dog. Big reach of the hands coming up to the ceiling. Drop them down to your toes, walking all the way up to those heels, down towards that mat. And then you'll bend one knee, and then the other. Pedaling out those calves, taking that moment. All right, let's ripple ourselves up to our high plank position here, holding nice and strong. We're going to bend our knees, sit back into those ankles, shoot back up to that high plank. Bend knees, come to plank. You got it. And as always, if being up here hurts your wrists, you can go into a closed fist on that mat, and it'll give a little bit of a rest for those wrists. We have 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Find that plank, drop those knees, take a quick child's pose, and then we're gonna add on. So we come back up to all fours. We're gonna do our prep for our leg pull up. So I just want you to think about walking your back leg. So I just want you to think about walking that right leg behind you, touching those toes down to that mat, and then drop it back down. Walk your other foot back, drop it back down. Think about holding that core in nice and tight. You're scooping that belly button in and up as we lower that rib cage down to our hips. So this is your first layer here. I want you to either stick here if you want to continue working on this, or on your next one, we are going to pop that back foot back on its toes, and then we're going to walk the other one to meet it. We're going to lift our left leg up first. You're going to lift it up to the sky 2 times. Rock forward and back on that ankle on your right foot. Pulse, pulse, forward, back. Pulse, pulse, forward, back. Go for 4, 3, 2. Keep those hips even towards that mat. And 1. Drop that knee down, drop the other one. Take that rest pose. All right, let's peel ourselves all the way back up. We are going to do the same thing on the other side. So we are going to walk our right foot back, then our left foot. We're going to lift that right foot, Pulse, pulse, forward, back. Pulse, pulse, forward, back. Pulse, pulse, forward, backward. 3, 2, and 1. Drop that knee, drop the other. Take that rest. All right, we peel ourselves back up to our all fours position. We find that block, we put it onto our mat. We are gonna work out that left leg now. We're gonna come all the way up to our downward dog, pedal out those legs a few more times. And then we'll walk our hands to our feet, big scoop of the air. We're gonna bring our left foot onto that block and we're gonna find our lunges. I usually take my right foot back just a little bit so you have enough place then to try and drop that knee down to the mat. You find your lunge, come back up. Find that lunge, come back up. Think about driving through that heel on that block each time you find that standing position. You got it. Feeling that stretch for this glute. So we drop down and we come back up. We have 5, 4, last 3, 2, and pulse. Hold and pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot forward, separate those legs, take a quick stretch down to those toes. And then peel yourself all the way back up. Find that foot to that block again, making sure the heel is pressed down. We are gonna go into that balancing, so you're gonna find that lunge, kick back. Find that lunge, kick back. Remember, look for that spot on that ground. Keep your gaze there. It will help with your balance. You got it. You have 4, 3, last 2. We hold this last one, reach those arms, pulse. Just the back leg for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that foot down, drop up the other. Take that stretch. All right, let's go into our scooter. I'm gonna turn myself around to face you. You can stick exactly where you are. You're gonna bring that foot onto that block again. Slight bend in that knee. Hinging slightly forward towards that knee. Step that back leg out. Come to meet it. Stepping out, come to meet it. Hands go in. Reaching everything out, scooping everything back. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Gaze stays down, neck stays long. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We curtsy. We find that cross, we bend, we come all the way back up. Cross and bend, all the way back up. You got it, we're almost there. Exhale, stand. Inhale, bend. For 4, 3, into we pulse, and hold, pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Separate those legs. Final stretch down. You got it. Great job. All right, let's peel ourselves all the way up. We are gonna grab that block. We are gonna make our way into all fours and then on our stomachs. Let's take a pit stop in those all fours position. Find some cat-cows here. Round that spine, lower that gaze. Arch that spine, lift up that gaze. And repeat. last one. Let's walk those feet all the way back. We drop our chest down to that mat. Take a quick baby swan here. So you're gonna bring those hands forward just a little bit so they're right at the shoulder width apart. And then you're gonna take that baby swan, reaching up back, finding that arch. Lower that chest all the way back down. If that does not feel good for your back, I want you to just continue laying down here, bend your knees, sway them side to side. Otherwise, if it feels good, maybe we take a deeper extension, or we lift all the way up, and lower back down. One more, lift all the way up, lower all the way back down. Great job. All right, while we are lying down here, we are gonna hold that block. We want it to be horizontal, so the long way is facing you. You're gonna be squeezing both sides of it. If you have a pillow, you can opt for that instead. We are gonna rest our head all the way down onto that mat. Reach those legs nice and long, and we're gonna squeeze that block to really engage those back muscles. Feel them engaging as you're pressing those palms into that block. If your shoulders are coming up to your ears, I want you to try and plug them back into their sockets. We are going to lift the chest similar to how we did with swan. If you did not like that, continue with those knee sways. We are going to exhale, lift the chest, lower back down. Exhale, lift, lower back down. You're feeling a little more engagement in that back by squeezing that block in between those hands. We go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down, drop your head, bend those knees, sway side to side. All right, we continue to squeeze that block in front of us. We leave it rested on the ground. We're gonna work the legs now. You're gonna squeeze the glutes, so lift those legs up, squeeze that block still. Lower those legs, lift back up, lower back down. The more you press into that block, the more it's going to protect that low back from any pain. So keep squeezing that block as if you're gonna smush it down. For 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Drop those feet, bend those knees, sway side to side. All right, you know what's coming next. We're gonna combine it all. Either you pick one of those layers, you can isolate the top body or the bottom body, if that felt better, or you're gonna combine. So all together now, we exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your last one. Static hold, just stay here. Reach the fingertips, reach the toes, send the energy out through them. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it all down, bend those knees, sway side to side. Great job. Those are very important muscles we just worked. They are the ones that help us stand nice and tall and help with our posture. So great job. They are tricky. We are going to lift up to our knees and just take a quick child's pose. Dropping ourselves down, resting that head all the way down. Connect with that breath again, slowing it down, appreciating your body for all the hard work it just did. We'll peel ourselves forward, finding an all fours position. We'll lift our right hand up to the ceiling, looking up where it goes, and then thread that needle, reach it underneath. You can try and sit back into those ankles or a deeper stretch if that feels good. And then reach that arm back up to the ceiling, looking up, and then dropping back down under your shoulder. Let's do the other side. Lift your arm up to the sky. Thread that needle. Sit back down. Take that rest. 100. That needle gaze comes up with it as you look up to that ceiling one last time. And drop that hand down. Thank you so much for joining me today in your Pilates mat workout. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a workout with me, and I'll see you in your next video. Bye.